Late Night Health continues. The insane Daryl Wayne along with Mark Alyn. Oh, that's me. And we are here talking about health and a variety of issues. And we're going to talk about stress. Our guest is somebody I've known for a number of years. I've worked with her, actually. Her name is Joan Roulac. She is with Mountaintop Musings. By the way, mountaintopmusings.com is how to get in touch with her and to see all the great work that she does. Joan, welcome back to Late Night Health. You did a short segment, I think, 4 years ago.
I know, isn't that wild?
Yeah, it really is.
What a treat. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about living a happy life and reducing stress. Because I think
here.
Right, and that's what happens. I have to tell you, I work late Sunday nights, and it's just a time for me, and I prep stuff for the week, and somewhere around, I don't know, between 11 and 12 o'clock, I sneak a peek at my Mountaintop Musings for Monday, and they're always good, and I don't always respond to Joan, but a lot of times I do. And they're really cute little sayings, relax, smell the roses, and that kind of thing. They're really quite lovely. And if you want, we'll get you an email so that you can be added to the list if you would like. And we'll also have that on our website so that you can go directly to the Mountaintop Musings webpage. Let's talk about your background. You've been teaching, I guess, stress release for 30 years, but that's not really called stress release. What's that called?
Survival.
Ah.
Oh, I'm one of those people who's pretty intense, and my mind is just always going. And it's the slowing down that is not natural for me. Going is natural. So the slowing down piece, I met somebody in a coffee shop, and she said, "Hey, I'm taking this fun class, and I think you might like it." So I went to a Tai Chi class, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And that was like in the mid-'80s. And it's the only thing that I've really done that every time I practice, it's even better than the next time, which is something that level of accountability makes me feel really good.
Absolutely.
And first I just went because it was, to me, so beautiful, and it just felt so good. And I didn't have any idea about all the health benefits.
What about your life before that? I mean, what were you doing before that?
Oh, gosh, let's see. Marketing and sales, customer service.
Gotcha.
Give me the client that nobody can handle.
That's what you did. Okay, got it. And so this was a transition. We were just talking about transitions last hour. That's what you did. You transitioned from sales and marketing to helping people be happy and stretchy.
Yeah, I need it. The only thing I share are any secrets that I learn. I'm not a person who's very good at talking the talk. That's not my skill. Mine's walking it. So my best work is actually done in silence.
Interesting.
Because for me, it's all about you. It's like, Mark, even when we work together, I bring the fuel, I bring the structure, I bring the possibility, but what you bring right, where you are, and my thought is that I add fuel and give you simple tools and practices that nourish you right where you are. And then you can instantly know if I'm valuable or not valuable. Is the work we're doing adding meaning? If it is, you say yes. If no, you learn something and off you go. But that's what happens is people tend to come to my classes. Sometimes it's almost like a last resort, or their doctor suggested, maybe they need help with blood pressure, or they're getting ready for an operation and they want to work with a physical therapist and somebody who does Tai Chi. I do a form of Tai Chi called Tai Chi Chih. And It's 19 movements in one posture. And I love it is that you benefit every time you move. It's not like sometimes it'll work. It always works. And it's sort of like a good soup. You know, haven't you ever done that? You know, you'll make something, and it's good the first day, but the second day, you know, the spices and the ingredients have had a chance to sort of gel together, and it even tastes yummier.
Yes.
And that's what the practices that I teach are like that.
What Joan is referring to is that in addition to everything else she does, she's also you do one-on-one coaching with people, right? And,
right,
and help people unblock themselves. And I think that's terrific. One thing you just said we need to address, and that is with Tai Chi, there are health benefits. By practicing Tai Chi, can I lower my blood pressure?
If the gods are willing. I mean, that's like I have this dear woman in her 80s in one of my classes, and, you know, when she was on, I didn't know you could do this, but 3 different blood pressure medications.
Yes.
And when she started practicing, you know, her doctors, she'd go in for, you know, every, 6 months. I don't know how often you go to the doctor for blood pressure, but however you routinely do that, you know, they want to refill your prescription. And she kept getting it lower and lower and lower until now, instead of 3 prescriptions, she's on 1 prescription, and it's much milder than she's ever had because she's had to have been on blood pressure medication for a long time. So it's always unique to the individual. But blood pressure, you know, because you're working with balance. You're working with rebalancing the organs in the body. You're rebalancing the way you breathe. You're rebalancing that you're not doing something for someone else. You're doing it just for yourself. So that's how it helps relieve stress, because you're slowing down. I mean, one thing that kind of blew my mind, if you Google in your toolbar, why am I so ...
Did you do that, Daryl? No.
I did.
Okay,
because
yeah,
I thought, well, you know, what would come up for people? And I was stunned that in Google land, the number one response to why am I so is tired.
We're a tired nation, aren't we?
Exhausted, you know, overwhelmed. So to me, I'm all about, you know, and I'm right there with the average. And, you know, so it's, to me, it's about what are some simple tools and solutions that might work.
We're going to get to those solutions now. Our guest is Joan Roulac. She's Mountaintop Musings.
Tired, number 1, cold, number 2, hungry, number 3, and ugly is number 4.
Oh, is that funny? We're an ugly country. That's sad.
And, you know, it's
That's
that
sad.
people's self-esteem. You know, when you're so tired, you get tipped over. And when you're so tired, it's harder to take care of yourself and have that self-compassion.
One of the things that I have to mention that I find relaxing, Joan lives on an island, okay? And you can look out and I'm remembering just beautiful scenery from where you live. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, and that, you know...
Spending time in nature.
Exactly. And one of the things that I do with these Monday morning musings, like this week, for example, I was on a drive and I went over to a nearby island and...
You were island hopping?
I was. And this was a beautiful island called Samish Island. I live in the San Juan Islands in northwest Washington State. And I wanted to figure out what would be some energy that's going to help us with stress relief and to feel more nourished for 7 days. So I took an image, and what I wrote on Sunday night before you started thinking of me was the musing for this week: smile, welcome silence, smile, ask for help, smile, move mindfully.
I have questions.
Sure.
What do you mean ask for help?
This was a key card for me to write.
Yes, it was. And whom do I ask? Is that God, Jesus, the universe, or do I ask my friend Daryl for $20?
Yes.
Oh, that
in
was
my work. There's no rules. It's all good. You might be asking your dog.
And
if my dog, had a dog.
if I had a dog and if he responded or she responded back to me, Joan, we're going to take some time out. We're going to come back. We're going to do one or two quickies for stress reduction. I mean, this is just so much fun. Joan Roulac from Mountaintop Musings. And if you want, go to mountaintopmusings.com. You'll be able to sign up for her free newsletter and get these really great bites every Monday morning. We're going to sign Daryl up for that. All right, we're going to take some time out. Join us at latenighthealth.com, and Joan and I and the insane Daryl Wayne return in just a couple of moments.
I already signed up.
Oh, okay, good deal.
You got gold stars. Yes, Daryl! Yes, yes, yes!
Go, Daryl.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate a lower tax bill. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will fight for you using industry secrets that can stop any IRS actions, eliminate penalties and interest, and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call the Tax Doctor now for a free IRS audit emergency review.
800-663-5107. 800-663-5107. 800-663-5107. That's 800-663-5107.